So in a field of maize here then, Chris, you've drilled conventionally actually in terms of spacing.
Yeah.
You've not put it to the widest spacing, you've kept it on the...
Yeah, try and get a bit more spacing because I haven't got the precision seeding units that you supply. To just give it a bit more space and we'll see how we go with it. We've got 150 acres of maize here. It just come through when we had that severe frost last week, which has just tainted it a bit.
Just touched the ends of
it's just started to grow out of that now. And as you see here, we've got one I just dug up, and you can see the root structure coming on it quite nicely there, considering how dry it's been. Very strong, healthy plant as well. There's still plenty of moisture there.
So in terms of fertiliser again, Chris, have you
what we've done with this, before we drilled it, we applied some some slurry out of a slurry separator off a dairy farm.
Yep.
And then we drilled straight into it. Then we followed it with a power harrow, just not touching any of the firm ground with a power harrow, just touching the knobbles to knock them up, and then we Cambridge rolled it.
Yep.
So really shallow with a not even touching any of this firm ground between the rows with the power harrow, just the lumps. Yeah. On our heavy ground, we seem to find we need to do that just to get the perfect seed bed.
Yep.
As you see here, we've not put any chemicals on it yet. We'll wait till it's up enough and then we'll take the weeds out then.
Yes.
It's had DAP down the front legs at 100 kilos a hectare. And 3 kilos of slug pellets down with the seed as well.
Perfect. You've done quite a lot in one pass really, and
yeah. Not cost us a lot to do it, to be honest. Really, it's very good.
Yeah.
It was cultivated in the autumn again. We weren't expecting to plant maize on it. We were going to plant winter wheat on it.
Yes.
But the winter didn't allow. Yep. And we looked at it and we thought, what are we going to do? If we had to drill it conventionally with a traditional maize drill, we had to cultivate it and we would have lost all the moisture. As you see, when I've dug that up a minute or two ago, all the moisture is still there.
Yeah.
Really good. And I expect to see, as you can see down the field, you can just about see the rows. Another week I would expect them up to be up well.
Yep.
And the lack of rain's been terrible.
It's put real pressure on
young plants. And cold nights last week.
It checked it a bit.
But interesting times ahead.
Yeah. And I think you touched on, Chris, just talking prior to this, neighbours in the vicinity have sort of seen what you're doing and starting to see some of the results as your spring crops have come through, and you've picked up a bit of work. Yeah. In terms of drilling, maize. Using.
I've done 25 acres of maize, straight into turf after they silaged it. So that's going to be interesting to see how that comes up.
Yeah.
Different times, and if it goes all right, there'll be a lot more to do another year for them.
The system sort of allowed as well, you're getting mucked back onto the field.
Working with the neighbouring dairy farmer, and we're taking the solids out of his slurry separator, and we put that on this here before we drilled it.
Yeah.
And it worked really well, getting some nutrients back into the ground.
Yeah.
And we've seen a big benefit just over the hedge in the spring barley we're growing over the hedge. That block had it on before we drilled the spring barley next door, and you can actually see them fields next door are a lot greener than the other fields of spring barley. It's such a benefit being able to put muck on in front of the drill.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which traditionally we wouldn't be able to do.
Yeah. So part of what you're looking at with the system as well, you are looking at the soil health and trying to build that resilience, because it's feeling a lot like 2018 where we've gone from one extreme to the other, so it's been able to cope with that.
Yeah, it's getting some of the nutrients on in the spring is such a benefit.
Definitely.
But, yeah, we'll see how this goes. It's starting to look good now. You can see a green tinge across the field.
Yep.
Another week, I'd like to see it well up in row.
Excellent. I should motor with this sunshine on its back. It's what it likes. So.
There's still plenty of moisture down there, as I showed earlier.
Yeah.
It's not lost any of that.
It's got the best of everything, really. Yeah. Nutrition and sun and moisture, as you say.
It's what it wants.
Yeah.
But, on heavy ground as well.
Yeah.